Back in October, our Theta Young Adult Community decided to serve with Homes of Hope, a ministry through Youth with a Mission in Tijuana, Mexico.
As spring approached, we began fundraising and hosted a brunch and bake sale where our church families showed their generous hearts. Through these and other donations, we raised the money to pay for all of the supplies for the house.
A few days before leaving, we found out the story of the family we would be building with. A mom and her 2 teenage daughters.
Their house had burned down in December along with the supplies for their mother's business and the supplies for one of the daughters' upcoming quinceañera.
Ready to meet the family, we piled in our cars to drive down to Mexico. We arrived at the YWAM base, settled in, and met the crew we would be working with.
The next morning, we headed together to the build site. When we arrived, we were met with a slab of concrete, a pile of supplies, and the joyful welcome of the family.
Surrounding the place where a house would soon stand, we prayed for our coming work and began to build. We painted, hammered, roofed, and wired. As we worked alongside the family, we heard more of their story and the ways God was moving in their lives.
Tired from our day of work, we returned to the base where we talked with the staff and learned more about them and YWAM's ministries. We learned that some of the current staff had received a home of hope as a child, and now got to work to bring homes to a new generation.
The next day, we continued building. As we put the finishing touches on the house, a few of us got to go shopping with the family to fill their new home.
We bought food, cleaning supplies, and whatever else the family needed. We also got to bring the mother to a craft and nail supply store where she could restock the supplies she uses for her business. When they returned, the house was finished.
We gathered together with the keys to their new home. Passing the keys, each person spoke a blessing, a memory, or a prayer over the family and their new home. When the keys made their way around the circle to the family, the moment had come for them to go inside.
After a few minutes, we knocked on the door and were invited in as their first guests. After many hugs, we piled back in our vans and left the family to enjoy the first night in their new home.
In the coming months and years, the YWAM staff will check in with the family, seeing how they are doing and how they can continue to support them. And in the coming years, we hope to return to serve with our Theta community, with our youth, and with our family.
Thank you, Trinity, for your prayers and support that made this work possible. God is doing amazing things here in Tijuana and all around the world.